What's good, superstars? Back with another live stream Veve video. You got Superstar Joe and you got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going, fam? Supposed to be doing giveaways today. Rob, not here. Hashtag blame Rob in the comments down below. Leave it on Twitter, leave it on X, wherever you want. Go outside, get some chalk, write it on the sidewalk, let them know. Hashtag blame Rob. The giveaway's got to be postponed till tomorrow because he's not here. He has the spreadsheet. I don't know what you want from me, but we're going to do something a little bit different here today. But before you do that, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we go randomly live like this, last minute, on a whim, no planning, nothing going on. We're just going live just because hashtag blame Rob. So again, I said you can go outside. You can write it in chalk on the sidewalk, on your driveway, or you can go down the street. You can ask somebody to borrow a pen. Then you can ask them for their hand, and you can write hashtag blame Rob on their hand with that pen that they let you borrow, and then you can explain it to them. But you can also become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Gives you one of those stars next to your name. Level up through the stars. The longer you hold on to those stars, the more entries you get into the giveaways that we promise will happen. I mean, you got rug today, but tomorrow's the giveaways for August. Hashtag blame Rob. Again, make sure you go outside. You find somewhere to let everybody know, or you can just write it in the comments. It's the easy way. Follow us next. Follow us on Instagram. Join the Discord. Discord conversation is never dull. I mean, there's people who are very passionate about Veve, people who are passionate about all of these other platforms and the future of the space, and that's what makes us bullish. That's what makes us keep making videos. We just keep seeing people with a passion, a drive, a belief in the space, and we're just meeting so many different kinds of people from all these different projects. So Discord is the place to be. If you're not in the Discord, the link is in the description. Highly recommend you go check it out. All right. So let me pull up. Actually, let's go through a little bit of stuff that we've been talking about the last couple of days, and then we'll just jump into the market, because I feel like I remember back in the days, there used to be all these market streams, and people used to go through the markets and have a look, and then there was like a lot of hype and excitement and all that stuff. And I feel like there hasn't been that very often recently. So why not do it? Why not go check on some of the grails that used to be grails? Are they still grails? Just do a little quick thing like that. Nothing special, no plans here. If you guys want to talk about anything in particular, let us know in the comments below. We'll talk about it. I'll pull up some comments here quickly. We got a couple people in the building. We got C29 Rome, number one comment. He's a hashtag first, as they say. You got Big A, who's been making his debut on YouTube the last couple of days. He's now no longer a rookie. He is a full-blown veteran from what I see. So shout out to Big A for helping to provide some content for the fam. Stack the DeLorean, common, it's drivable. The comment, so the smaller one, right? Because there's 3 of those. We're going to go look at that. We're going to go look at that, Jay. We're going to definitely have a look at that, because it's been a while since I've had a look at the DeLorean. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Let me pull back up where I wanted to go. I clicked off the thing, and now the thing is not the thing anymore that I had on. All right. So let's try this layout. I did this different layout today. What do you think? So Veve did this drop. What's in the box? It was actually today, and it was for the Happy Tree Friends Series 2 Mystery Craft. And the big thing with this is that there is a craft for whoever collects the set. You don't have to collect it through the store. You could collect it in secondary market. My Collectibles clarified that for everybody. And basically, what they're saying is you got these 3 guys, so 1900, 900, and then 350. So those 3, and they're all 20 gems listed. So I seen some. I think the comment was going for like 3 gems when I first looked today. The other one was like 13, and then the other one was like 175. So you're looking at like less than 200 gems to complete the thing. Then you have to decide, do I want to burn 200 gems to get this mystery box? Inside the box, there is 99,999 MCP points. Very controversial. We'll talk about that in just a second. And 109 editions of something we don't know what it is. Question mark and question mark. So does it say a date? On September 14th at 12 o'clock, details of what's in the mystery box will be revealed at the same time free. So you have to wait. So from now until September 14th, people can go pick these things up. Secondary market, look for some market snipes. I think they're still available in the store from what I looked at earlier. I can go check that out quickly here. I'm not in a rush to do anything today, guys. I guess the way you would do it on the web app. Sorry, guys, I'm more used to the phone just doing my browsing. But there you can see one was like $2.99. But here's the drop for the Happy Tree friends. I believe they're still available. Why is it saying I'm not logged in? I am logged in. Oh, here, buy now. 20 gems. So you can still go in and grab some of these things. I don't know if it will tell me without clicking on them. Maybe I click on it, it'll tell me how many are left. And on the phone, you click it, it tells you. Yeah, here. So remaining editions. So they've sold about a little bit more than half. People are excited for the MCP and whatever the random mystery is. Obviously, you can also sell off that mystery piece. There'll only be 109 editions if you so choose to. We don't know exactly how many are going to be held back. I think that was also a question mark over here. What did it say? Yeah, first available edition for public sale, question mark. We don't know. So this is something that we talked about. We covered the last couple of days. And the reason we covered it is because of the MCP chase. So basically you craft all three of them into that mystery box. With the mystery box comes 99,999 MCP points. And people on X and in the sentiment in general was, why are we giving away so many MCP in a one-off when people have had to collect for like 2-3 years? I think like the average MCP is probably somewhere between 1 and 500,000. If I had to guess. I know there's big whales with over millions of MCP, but I would say like the mass bulk would be somewhere in that range. So you're basically putting a newbie into that range of people who maybe have collected for 2 years, and it didn't sit well with a lot of people, and it just didn't seem like the right thing to do. I mean, I think that they're going to do things differently moving forward. I think that they've had their ears to the ground when it comes to this type of mechanic. It's been an unpopular one, and not everything they do is going to be popular with everybody. This is obviously one that was more commonly unpopular, but I think that this is something that they're going to move forward and maybe do something with a little bit less MCP points next time. Maybe they just read the room and they get an idea, but they're trying things, right? That's the one thing we said in the video. This is the first video we did. New Veve drop rewards flippers at heart, and it does, because people who don't have any MCP point, might not even have a collectible, you go for this drop, you collect all three, you trade it in, you make the craft, you race the craft, which I know another thing a lot of people don't really love to do. But if you think back to the olden days, it was always a race to mint, right? Like you had to tap the button, you had the massage guns coming out, you had the people with the bots, like people just racing to mint. So the race to craft doesn't really bug me too much. I know a lot of people, they get cheesed by it because like they spend the money and then they don't end up with the set completion thing. And we did another video yesterday talking about, oh, by the way, here's our mystery box that we did not too long ago. Shout out Hanano for putting that graphic together. Ended up being fanny packs. He ended up actually getting a physical fanny pack. It was a lot of fun. If you guys don't know about it, you can go check that out. Better ways Veve can reward collectors. So, you know, when we do our videos and we have some critical thoughts, we always like to have some solutions or provide some solutions. And I feel like we did provide a solution, like lower the MCP points or whatever we said on this first video. New Veve drop rewards flippers at heart, but we wanted to give a little bit more ideas and options because I feel like that was something that maybe the community wanted to talk about. I mean, it's been an ongoing thing that the Veve fam is like, I feel like I'm a collector, I'm not being rewarded, and then the reward was always, oh no, you're being rewarded with MCP points. MCP points are eventually going to be able to do X, Y, and Z. We don't know the extent of it, but that was always what was sold, right? When they then go out and give 100 people and they bring in 10 million MCP points in one drop, it worries people. People don't want to see this again or often because then that's just a flood of MCP points coming in. And there's people who didn't spend those MCP points that they've been holding and earning for 2 or 3 years. And then I've already seen so many people saying, like, I don't want to collect like this anymore because then I have to, and then someone else can just come in and do this and then take away my odds or steal some of those odds that I was playing the smart game. I was playing the long game, trying to hold off, not spend my MCP points, be a rock. And then it's like, be a diamond hands, as they call it, the MCP diamond hands. And sometimes it didn't work out that way. So hopefully, we don't see this as often moving forward. Jay, we're going to talk about the DeLorean. Don't worry. Let's go. Awesome to see you. When Pokemon, that's a name I have not seen in a long time. I hope you're doing well. I know early days, we used to go back and forth all the time talking about stuff, but Nice to see you back in the comments for sure. Dr. Kinnan, I just saw you made a milestone, I think, on Veve not too long ago. I just like something from you on X. We got Richard, the king of security. If you don't know, follow Rich on X. If you want to be more secure, if interoperability, look at this. I changed his layout and now my head is covered. Hold on a second. We're going to do this. This is better. All right. The king of security. If you want to know about security, because interoperability sounds like it's coming, probably through the Stacker app, I would think, at some point for Veve. If that means they're going to have any type of self-custody of anything, you're going to want to make sure that you protect yourself. We don't know if we can depend on any of these companies to educate us. So we got to educate ourselves when it comes to making sure we don't click on wrong links, making sure that we have the right things in place that could warn us that something might be error, like wallet guard or one of those things. And also just understanding like the different types of ways that people try to scam you so that you're aware of it. I mean, it's like on your cell phone, right? You know, if somebody's like texting you a link and it says that it's your bank, it's probably not your bank. It's something that like you've learned and you've educated yourself on. Well, there's a different side of things when it comes to Web3, different ways that people try to get you. So definitely make sure that you follow Rich. And if you have any questions about it, we have a security section in our Discord, which Rich is the mod for, or you can always, I'm sure, reach out to Rich on X or on anywhere, YouTube, even he has a YouTube channel, and he will get back to you because he's an awesome dude like that. Thanks to Blackpink, I'm down to 25K MCP. Well, now you might be up to 125K MCP if you're fast enough. If you got those fast fingers, Big A. So, I mean, look at you getting a redo. I think this is called the MCP rebound. Can we call this the MCP rebound? Is that what this is? I think we're inventing. It's like we invent a lot of things on this channel. Like we invented soon, Juju. There's a lot of things that we've said that have gone viral within the Veve fam. So we got to come up with something. Maybe on this stream, you guys could be a part of it. But what is the rebound for the MCP? Like this is the second chance. This is the second chance for people who spent their MCP like Big A. He's getting that extra. There's a mulligan. Is this a mulligan? Is that what we're calling this? The mulligan CP, the mulligan collector points? That's what this is. Do you think the Veve fam will get Marvel Red airdrop? Do you think MC was just hyping up the D23 red drop? Well, this is a hard one to say because they said that we would get more Marvel Reds 2 years ago, and we did. Like we eventually got it. A lot of things in this space, especially in the Veve verse, I guess you can't even call it that. Let's call it the Veve space. They say things and they just take a long time. Sometimes maybe I wonder if they forget in the background and the community reminds them and then they come out, or if it's just like licensor issues and they got to make sure that everything is right and whatnot. But eventually it seems like they do get to what they're going to do or what they plan to do. I mean, some things still not, like comics and showroom. We understand that was kind of shelved in lieu of the Veveverse. I believe there's been some communication about that. Not sure that it's been formal for everybody, but I remember hearing something to that effect. But there's other things like the search bar was forever, but it finally came, right? The web app we got. Then there's things that come with no expectation. Veve Comics, right? We didn't know that's coming. That showed up. D23, them going to D23. Nobody said anything. That was a pleasant surprise. South by Southwest. So a lot of these things that they don't say anything on and end up happening. So pretty cool. Jimbo Lee Lingo, one of our favorites here. Superstar Jimbo Lee Lingo, met him in person. Actually, the first person from the Veve fam that we met. We met him in the parking garage on the way to DCon in 2022. Him and his beautiful wife. Appreciate you. Appreciate your friendship. And appreciate being here tonight talking with me while Rob left me. I was telling you guys off the top, hashtag blame Rob. We're supposed to be doing the giveaways for the Superstar Utility Program, but he's not here. He does, and he has the spreadsheet, so we got to do hashtag blame Rob. I told people to go outside and draw on their driveway with chalk, hashtag blame Rob. I told people to go down the street, ask somebody to borrow a pen, and then ask them for their hand and write hashtag blame Rob on their hand and let them figure it out. There's other ways that we can do this. If you have any access to any kind of technology that's like a screen or something, like if you own a business and you have like one of those screens that tells you what's for sale, just put hashtag blame Rob on there. There's all kinds of different ways we can let people know, we can market this so people understand that this is not my fault. This is not a Joe rug. This is a Rob rug. All right. So I think that we got Wes here. Wes is a huge Veve whale. So I mean, I value his opinion very highly, considering how much he believes in the platform, and his collection is unreal. So he's got a lot of the greats on the channel. So definitely, I mean, on the channel, on the app. Are MCP points going to be worth much if drops don't sell out in the future? Now, Dave, you make a great point. All right, you make a great point, because right now a lot of people are concerned that there's not too much to do with the MCP points, right? So if there's nothing to do with the MCP points, are they worth anything? Like, guys, and are you even supposed to have like a value? It's so weird, right? Because people don't really need MCP points to go for certain drops. You can see the Happy Tree Friends didn't even sell out. I guess people are going to make, once the first 100 sell, it's going to be a little bit more hesitant for people. But I think with the MCP thing, it'll sell out. Eventually, it's looking like it sold a lot more than the last time I checked. I think we saw it just over 50% there. So we'll see what happens. I just feel like yesterday we said in the video, it could have been anything because of the chase item being the MCP points. They could have sold a pair of sunglasses or a pencil, right? And that it would have been, actually, they've done the pencils already. They did the pencils already. So I don't know. Maybe people don't want any more pencils, but it could have been anything. And I don't have anything else that's just like commonplace here to show you that. But yeah, it could have been anything. It's just about the chase. Like, is that really what we want here? Do we want it to be that, or do we want people to collect IP that they love because they love it? Like, people here on this drop are going to collect Happy Tree Friends for the chance at the MCP points, not because they love Happy Tree Friends. So that's like where the whole thing was, like, why are we doing it like this? We had to talk about it. Happy to help, Rich. I told you, and he feels robbed. So I mean, you can put hashtag robbed. That's a new one too. We can put hashtag robbed, hashtag blame Rob, as many as you want, but definitely leave it on today's video. But when he's back, just write it in the comments, because we're probably gonna go live for it tomorrow to do that. And if you guys just come in hashtag blame Rob in the comments, you can go, why are you guys doing that? And then we don't have to give any explanation. I feel like he didn't give you guys an explanation, right? Wes in the house, facts. My Collectibles hinted again when I asked about the Reds. I'm pretty sure this. I think that it's coming. I think something will come. I don't think they would say that without, like, especially now, the sensitivity of everybody. I don't think they would be saying something and then it not happen. So maybe it will take some time, but I think it will come. So I wanted to bring this up too, because this is kind of a follow-up to the couple videos we did. And My Collectibles goes on. He says, it's essential to try new features. It's essential to gather feedback on new features. It's also essential to openly discuss different opinions and viewpoints on new features. This is how things evolve and grow. Keep it coming, Veve family. We appreciate it. That's him telling you, listen, we hear you. We hear you right now. You didn't like it. We're listening. We're probably not going to do it again in this exact way. Maybe we'll do it some other way, but not like this, because we understand that you guys didn't like it. Can't change it now. Cannot change it now, but we're listening. And I think that was well said. So shout out to you, MC, for listening to the community and letting us know and communicating back. My vault, I hate this layout that I did. I don't understand how to change that where my head doesn't get covered. And then this is smaller now, see? My vault value keeps plummeting. Please help. I don't know, Uno Sean, if I am the one who can help you. I cannot save any bags. I do not have that kind of pull, and I do not feel like pumping and dumping anything. So that is how it is. But let us go to the Veve market, because it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been in there. Been selling some things. Some things been selling randomly. Random days things sell. Other times I'm waiting a while for things to sell. So this is the Happy Tree Friends. We can quickly look. Oh, and this is a great update, by the way. I don't even have to click in, and I can see the floor price. So this update here, you got to give it to them. Because that is a great update. It's telling you the floor price. I don't have to click in, and especially on the web app, sometimes things load really slow for me. Is it on both pages? So this is Collectibles, like the overview. Oh yeah, it's right there. So beautiful, and it's not just like the 1.1K that you would see. It's telling you all the numbers, all 4 numbers. I don't know if you guys noticed that when you were on the phone and you click the number, it's like 1.1K. You click it, it's like, no, 1.199. And back in the day when gems were like hard to come by, I guess they still are now, but sometimes those 99 gems, they got you, right? They got you. So this is another one. Remember this? Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. Does it still say that in the comment about R2D? Yeah, look. This X-Wing digital collectible may include possible future interactivity with Star Wars droids Series 1 R2D2 in the Veveverse environments. That's cool. So like if that happens, that'll be legit. That'll be legit. So that's what these are the things that keep people alive, keep people hopes and dreams alive. Comments like this. This collectible, I don't know if it's available now for that type of interactor. We don't have Veveverse. What do you call it? We don't have Veveverse access right now, but I don't know if that is available right now. I'm going here to check. So this was about a year or a little over a year ago, August 2023, when they did this, and they mentioned that. So obviously we're still waiting for R2D2 to fit into this little hole over here. Obviously Luke sits in the front. Is he going to be interactive? It doesn't say that. Do they have to say it ahead of time? Like now when we go in the Veveverse, are we going to be able to pilot it with our character? And then R2 will be chilling behind us. Cool to hear things like that about the Veveverse. I don't feel like they've done anything like that similar recently at all when it comes to saying things that are going to be Veveverse compatible, unless I'm missing something. Where does it go? Let's go back. He was the best man for the job. Yeah, I think MC hire it made sense. It made sense. He was he was basically talking to everybody anyways. So why not get him on board, let him know a little bit of the ins and outs, and then he could communicate a little bit differently. My vault value bottom has been slightly up the past 2 weeks. I'll be honest with you, I don't even check my vault value. I don't even check it. I know what I have. Like whatever the idea that I had at certain points has changed 25 times. I was an MCP person before, collecting MCP. I noticed how that program kind of changed and evolved, changed my strategy. How many times it's changed my strategy? I don't even know. So it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to have a strategy when things are always changing, but it is what it is. It's a new era. It's a new technology, a new space in general. And Veve, they led the charge in the space. Lots and lots of companies now out there doing similar things, trying to be unique and innovative. But Veve was first. I love the new web app. They need to streamline it and make it the main platform. Yeah, I mean, if the phone was like very similar in layout to this, so that everything was, I get what you're saying. It's probably heavy lift to do that, but the web app now, it's better. It's a little slow, a little bit laggy, but I think it's much nicer to have this floor price here. Like you can see right here off the bat in 5 seconds, I can know that in order to get this whole set, I'm going to need 100 so this has come down. This was like 180 last time I looked. But I'm going to need like 153, 54 gems to complete that set. And then I got to have fast fingers on race day if I want to get the 100K MCP. Is it worth $200? Is it worth $160? How much do you think it's worth? I don't know. I think people spend a lot more on that much. If Veve were smart, they designed their own collectibles and give MCP as a reward to make more money. That would avoid sharing the money with other companies. If Veve were smart, they would design their own collectibles and give MCP as a reward to make more money. So, to make more money. How would you make more money if they give them MCP? Are you saying because then they'll use the MCP towards other things when they make purchases, I guess? Because now they have this MCP and they want to use it. They would have. I get to avoid sharing money with other companies by having. I think the biggest perk of having their own IP is that they can do like these crazy utility things where they're like, okay, whoever held the blue Veve logo for 2 years, guess what? Now you're going to get access to this limited drop that only you can get by having that logo. Or now you can get like McFarlane, like we talked about yesterday. McFarlane was talking about having discounts. Like they could do these types of things as their own IP. They don't have anybody to sign off on, I don't think. Thoughts on recent job posting about a 3D artist that has experience with game ready modeling? Legit. I mean, that's what they need. You need to have rigged collectibles for future. Like, if these metaverses are going to be interoperable and everybody wants that, having a rigged model off the bat makes it going to be as close to the original as possible when you have those types of experiences, right? I mean, if they care about having a one-to-one representation. I mean, you can always token gate. They can always make a ghost token, represents this on Veve. You go into this platform, maybe it's Stacker, comes out with games, who knows. Now you have this token representing this toothy guy. You go into Stacker, and then they have a different little, it looks a little bit different, maybe just made for that game. That's the dryer. Then maybe you have it may look different. It might be a 2D version. It might be a black and white version. Who knows? It could be whatever. But that token gates you into that experience. The rigging of the character, the collectible, if you're going to do other things in-house like the AR, and you want to be able to move the character around, or you want to be able to do different things in your own app, that's where that becomes really, really important. So the fact that they're looking to hire somebody for that, maybe they have ideas, blue sky ideas. I don't know. I don't see how that's a negative. Yeah. I not sharing. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think them taking more advantage of their own IP and using it for like brainstorming, like the things you're gonna do. Use your own IP. Do things like that. And people are calling for rewarding holders, rewarding collectors. I mean, that's just like, people have seen it happen with like the gold and silver logo when you go into in-person events. They understand that that's how that works, but just the Ron English stuff, like, he would be about it. Like any of these independent artists would be about rewarding people who held their stuff in any way. And maybe they don't have to give up anything. Maybe it's just Veve makes up a badge and says, you held this for a year. Here's your badge, your 1-year badge. People like that. People like getting things. I mean, I know when McFarlane did that badge for being in the first year of existence, people liked it. Doesn't really, not very expensive, but people just like knowing that they're respected. Honestly, the best strategy was always to be fluid with the changes of the company made. I think it's that, and I think it's how quickly you adopt it. Nope, that was mine. That was my dryer. He's got some good headphones on. Secret Rare Wolverine brown suit rising nicely. Only 125 of them. Yeah, I mean, that one there, they did a good job on the quality of the Wolverines. Let's look. I'm surprised that the brown suit, I guess because of how limited it is, right? Because the other one was only one rarity, and this one's not an FA. I haven't seen it in a while, and this is just like really slow for me sometimes. Hold on. Oh, collectibles. Here we go. So the Secret Rare, 11 in the market. $6.99, and if you buy that, then it's $11.99. It's wild. It's wild. The low min numbers, I'm still not used to seeing those. You know what else I realized? I clicked in again. Oh, here you can't see. From the search, you can't see the price. Maybe that's one place they could add it. Don't they already need rigged models just for animations they do now? I don't think you need to rig it completely. We talked to some animators before, and certain ones that they worked with were not completely rigged, but parts were rigged. I think you're close. I think it's got to be rigged to a certain extent to have whatever motions, and I think that they don't waste time doing extra rigging if they don't have to, or at least that's how it was. I think that they've probably changed their tune since the good old days when we had our AMA with Reese and we talked about how things aren't fully rigged. Just because I think it's like a necessity at this point moving forward. If you have plans for interoperability and you have plans for integration, we know that like the DeLoreans and stuff like that are fully rigged because on the app they open the doors and they move and the wheels spin and turn and all that stuff happens. So there are things that are fully rigged on the app. Like for example, like these Wolverines, the body might not be completely fully rigged. It breathes or whatever. It has like that motion. and the claws come in and out, but it's not like rigged for his arms to move around and do all these things. I don't think so, but maybe these ones are newer. So you know what? Maybe they are. I thought it was my driver. Yeah, we talked about this. Veve IP, Veve characters are needed. Logos are cool, but characters. Yeah, I mean, we know Cryptoids does their own thing with the ZooFOs. Veve characters would be sick. Actually, now that you guys are talking, Veve characters would be sick. David Yu, you gotta listen to these guys. You gotta listen to David Hill, and then you gotta listen to C29 Rome, because I think that would be cool. Like, you just start creating experience. This is the thing. To have that happen, there's got to be communication. Like, there's got to be more integration of the fam and the team, and like, you got to build it up. You got to build that story. You got to be one with the community. That's missing right now. That's something that I know they probably want to work on. They probably want to get in there, but you want that community to be positive vibing. You come up with something. You don't want people thinking like, oh, this is a pump and dump. This is just a collect money. This is a cash grab. Who wants this IP? Blah, blah, blah. If you're in there with the community in the trenches and you're making people happy, and then you say, listen, we're going to do this because we want to be able to do tests with different types of utility and make it worth your while to hold and do these things, and then show other IP. Like, this. If you're saying it like this, and telling people the reasoning of why you're doing things, then I think it goes over better. But if you just do things, no explanation, no research, doesn't look like you've talked to anybody about it when you make the decisions, that's when people get worried. And I think that might be another reason about this MCP thing. Like, they could have had great intentions. They maybe didn't want to just sell the drop. Maybe it was, let's try something new and cool and exciting. And it didn't come off that way because there wasn't that like test discussion group with the majority, or like the core user base. Maybe it was with a couple of people who use the app, or the inner circle, or whatever it is. But to miss the sentiment by that much, I feel like there's a big disconnect that hopefully we could start to see connect. GCOM, media streams, and gaming. We need a comic we can trade and own. I want to trade and collect stuff I own. So yeah, I mean, that's a big thing that a lot of people want. I want to see the comics become more like streamlined, where some comics, and I know it's a Marvel thing, they got to decide if they're going to allow it, but and David's talked about it, is you bring down those edition sizes of the early comics by having burn events, craft events that help you get into a different collectible, and bring things closer together. And then maybe you can't add though. You can't add, and some of these comics are so scarce. I don't know if it's gone past that point where we can't do that, but it's something that I think having trading as a feature, like when that was a thing, it was great. There was so much to talk about, and people were talking about moving stuff around and what they did, and obviously they got regulations to deal with now. But I think having any kinds of transfers makes it more fun for sure. I still hold my secret rare brown Wolvie I got on drop. Wow! So you're laughing then. You are laughing right now because it's $6.99. See, this is the thing. This one here is $6.99. I think there's a lot of other scarce ones, but they don't move. So this one, I think, is worth more than what was it, Kevin? Is Kevin the one that was like really scarce? What's he going for now? I have a Kevin, by the way, $3.99. So this one's 88 editions, and it's $3.99. The Wolverine's 100 something, and it's this one obviously not as cool looking, and not as big of an IP. But it's also not. This one I think is FA. Is it FA? The list price is 28 gems. First appearance. So I don't know. I don't know how people value things, considering there's other Wolverines and stuff. But it's just like some things grab hype trains. And the thing with them being such small edition sizes, like one day, like it grabs the right news and that's it. It's gone. There's my collectibles. See my Kevin? There he is. There's my gold dragon. Market. Do you think once one pulls the trigger on the Veve versus the block that it will force the other to release faster? I don't think it's like a flip of the switch here. I think it's going to be a heavy lift for whoever is doing it, and I especially don't think that Cryptoys will do something. I don't even think Veve would do it because Cryptoys did it. I just don't think that's how they'll play the game. They want their product to be proper, and it's going to go through all the checks it has to go through on either side. I would think. I don't think that. And Veve's waited this long, right? They've had people in the Veveverse. Maybe it's ready. Maybe they're holding off. Maybe they have that type of mentality. If someone else does something, we can release something to keep market share. But Veve's got the market share. Like, I don't think they're worried. Cryptoys, I think they're building to build. I think they're building it the right way. They know they have a roadmap. They have an idea where they want to go. The block, I don't even know if that's what it's going to be. If the pocket dimensions or whatever. I haven't even heard too much on that, to be honest, recently. I've heard more about the mobile app, the games. I think that those are the first things that they're going to be knocking off the list. And then who even knows how far along they are developing those pocket dimensions. But they have the ideas, right? Like they have it all laid out, what they want to do, how they want to get there, what order kind of thing that they want to do on their Trello board. So it'll be cool to see, but I don't think that they're going to, either company would react to the other. Especially now, you got nobody in the space that's tracking digital. You got to be honest, like nobody's in this space. That's why it's a big deal that Cryptoys tries to target like the kids or the younger audience. Veve goes to these events, tries to target like the hardcore collectors. Bringing in new people from different audiences is major. Like the people here are here. A lot of people have left and may never come back because they don't feel like the space did them right or whatever. You need a completely new target, not NFT flippers, not this OpenSea crowd. You need a new target. It's got to be people who enjoy playing with their toys, doing these things and who does that? Kids, right? So I think Veve with the stacker, they can kind of get into a similar setup. They can maybe attract a children audience, get rid of the KYC, do something like that too. If Crypto shows that they can do it, I think Veve could just kind of copy it if they really wanted to. If Veve did their own characters but designed via collabs, that would be cool. Like Fishes did one where each one was designed like a different. Yeah, that was sick. I like that. I liked like he did the Mumbot, right? No, Brock is one of the few that are very innovative in the space. And he's always asking questions like, how would you like to see this? What would you like to see for this? And I guess Fish is almost like one of those types of IP. Like they can do what they want. So really cool to see that. Support hip hop. Hey, late night. Yeah, let's go. This is the time that everyone's asleep and then I can actually go on the computer. But if you don't know, we had a new little one running around, and she is she likes being awake in the night, and the other one likes to be awake in the day. So it's just like survival right now. It's survival of the fittest. But we still got to make time. We're on that road to 1,000 consecutive days filming a video. It's this month. I think we're at 975 a couple days ago, so we're there. It's I think it might be the 28th or 29th of September. I gotta double check. Wow, support. Haven't seen your name in over a year. See, we do the random late night stream and we get them out, and we get Big A in the reunion. This is the reunion. Burn comics for MCP points. I mean, that was part of the original MCP Pro. I believe there was something like that, right? Happy to see everybody getting back together. What do you think Veve has to do to win over people who love the company and app, but maybe don't feel included with the Gold logo group? I think that's a bigness. I think that they got to get something going where it's showing that they are rewarding this loyal group. And if it is giving more utility to the MCP program, the thing is you can't do these things where you just like give 100,000 MCP and let anybody else get in where people have been saving for 2 years. There's a lot of pissed off people from that. So I think it's a one-off. I don't think they're going to do this again, but I think you start to give some of the utility, like even the Ron English monkeys, man, like that was an obvious one. I'm sure he would have been okay saying everybody who's holding my stuff and believes in my artwork and has no expectations getting this gold monkey. I think that was like a softball, like do something like that and just do it like a little bit more often. And that's just like, I know one-off utilities are not the best utilities. They create pump and dumps, they do all that stuff, but it makes people feel good for holding. If you can kind of integrate that sentiment, I think that's good for the space. I think people are like, you know what? Maybe they'll do it on my thing, the next thing that I hold. Maybe it won't be Disney or Marvel related, but maybe you start to see a little bit of excitement in the independent artist area, in the Veve specific IP, the fiches, that type of thing. They just got to play around with it. I think they got to stick to regulations. So hopefully there are things that they can do, but yeah, I think that there is a lot of people who feel like gold logos is like a inner circle type thing, and I think that has to do with how they were given out. I think that it was not a consistent way that it was handed out. I think the first people who felt that was like the UK crew who had to go get tattoos or whatever, and before that, the other Comic-Con, it was just like you show up and they give it to you. So that was the change, and then now it was obviously then there weren't any that existed anymore, and now there's some that exist again, randomly getting distributed. So I think that's where people started to feel the favoritism. When it might not have been favoritism, it might have just been like whatever. It's situational at this point, but because of the way that they're giving out, there's people who feel excluded because they didn't even have the opportunity. Like you go for an Ultra Grail on crypto is really hard to get one, but it seems like it's more fair, more evenly weighted chance to get into that club. This one here, it feels like you might have been right in the right place at the right time and still not happened, and then somebody came down the line and got it right behind you. So we'll see. Still collected. I think so too, biggest bro. Nobody likes that you can't sit with us group. That should change. I want to sit with Kryptoni. Wherever he is, I'm there. If Veve lets their users burn stuff, oof, that'll be. I think they do let them burn stuff. Like this example here, this is a burn, right? Like if you collect all three, you want the MCP, you got to burn all three. So you got to burn 160 gems to get into that MCP, right? The metaverse is not the narrative for this bull run. Everyone is building still. I don't think it has to be metaverse related either. I think it's just got to be something to do. Like you gotta have something to do here. If you want to bring in the normies, right? Like there might be opportunities for flips. Maybe it remains a flipping game, and it's just something that you get the YouTubers who can push it and say like, oh look, I'm making money flipping, and then maybe eventually people catch on and figure it out. I don't know. This is one guy here who is great at that. He's great at it. OG Vault. I mean, he's the best at it. So if they make opportunity where people can make money and do that type of thing, that could be a way. I just feel like it's kind of an old way now, and people who were winning that way before have left. A lot of people who've won that way before have left, and I think it's safer regulatory wise and all this stuff to make experiences, make things that you can do with your collectibles, with your toys, be it the Veveverse, be it games, be it any type of integration, trading, whatever. Something that you can do that gets excitement going. I don't know if it has to be a metaverse. I don't know about that. I'm thinking Veve and Omi will explode in price in 2025. That's a loaded sentence, Wes. I don't know. I don't know what gets it there. If they start to release things like crazy, where you like the utility wise, and they have all the IP. They have all the IP in the world that they need. The thing with having all the IP in the world is that these types of experiences and utilities and stuff become harder because there's lots of more people that have to sign off on these things. The things I see like that R2D2 in the X-Wing there, and these different things that might be exclusive utilities for branded partners, if they can have that integration rolled out where you have like a Disney World, and in the Disney World, all you can do is like these games and experiences with your Disney collectibles. You can go on the aerial ride if you have anyone from the aerial set. You can go on this, like these types of things. I think a year away is a little bit soon to get all of that integrated at the pace that these guys move. But maybe the team is bigger and faster and more efficient. I don't know. It seems soon. Seems soon for me. 60K editions, comics is insane. Veve needs to give you. Yeah, I think so. This MCP stuff did open up ideas. Maybe a MCP boost for holding sets over X amount of time. Yeah, I mean, that's an easy way. Anytime you change anything, you're gonna get blowback from people because this is the rules that were laid out, and now you're adding certain things to it. But people here are people who've been here. They've been holding, and I don't know how you can blame people or how you can get mad when they reward collecting, which is the one thing people have been asking for the longest time. Give us the ability to burn comics or collectibles for MCP like HRO does, then give us more MCP only drops to make MCP more. Yeah, if there's more MCP, that's definitely more MCP only drops would be huge. That'll be dope. Bigger. Oh, big. It's late. It's late. Time to go to bed soon. Partner with Disney to give out Disney park tickets, movie tickets to the biggest school. These are the 2021 days. I feel like I'm reading. Man, I don't know if we'll ever see that. I don't think that's a Veve thing. I think that's a Disney thing. That press partner with NFL and NBA to get real life experiences. I think if you're going to see any type of real life Disney experience, I think you got to look at Disney Pinnacle. I think they're with Dapper. They have an exclusive Disney app, Disney only on there. They have pin trading. They were at D23 next to the pin trading booth. Like, to me, that's the place. Put them in the lines, those screens, have people go up and tap them and trade digitally. Makes sense. That if they don't do that, I don't know. That might be the easiest way in. This may be dumb, and by all means, I'm not a crypto guy. But if I can buy the collectibles on Veve with my credit card, how will OMI raise in price? The OMI to NFT thing, for me, the one biggest reason why I don't think it's going to have the biggest impact as people think is because people who have their OMI have come down a long way from where they bought it. A lot of people, most people, probably 90% of people or more are down on their OMI. Why are you going to use that down investment to buy collectibles? Like I don't see people doing that. I see people wanting to let other people do it to raise the value of their OMI so that they can make back their investment. That's how I see it happening. I think you're right. I think people prefer to go credit card way for things they really want and hope that everyone else does it. And that's what I think will be the problem. I don't think people are going to do it. Like, is Randy going to go burn 100 million OMI of his 170 to buy collect? I don't think so. I think he's gonna wait for other people to do it so that his value goes up, right? I think that's what most people's thought process is going to be. Like, even we did the giveaway for the Gold Dragon Club, and it was like burn 15,000 OMI, which is nothing. It's like $1 or something like that to get entered into win a 7-night stay at like a deluxe resort, and we had like 3 people do it. It's like people don't want to burn that OMI, so are they going to do it to buy a collectible that might lose value? Veve commercial before Marvel and Disney movies in theaters would bring new. Yeah, that would be nice if they had like a interactive type of thing where it's like you scan a QR code. It would probably bring people would be interested, especially if it had something to do with whatever movie they were watching, or at least like general fandom there. The fandom is there. All we need is a small light to shine on Veve, and we're off to the races. I really believe that. I think a lot of people, Kryptoni, want to know what these things do. Like taking pictures with the thing, cool. I think that has its limited audience. If you can start to get like little things like that, like okay, AR, great feature. Then you get another one. It's like, now you can do this with it. And then you get another one like, okay, now this gets you into the movies. Like they did that James Bond movie ticket. Do that more. You bring the NFT, you show it at the door. They know about it. They let you in. Like that type of utility is what's going to start to change the narrative. People are going to start to think with a QR code. Yes. Originally, that was only going to happen with OMI. Now that everything OMI is getting pushed off the app, including removing the OMI wallet, I think that will hurt OMI, possibly sealing, but can still do it. I think having the separate app is definitely like not preferred for everybody. It's probably a necessity for regulation, and not the end of the world if they can make it seamless. Like you can figure out this is like it says it on the app, like Stacker, like you click it and it brings you to a separate app or something like that. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's another education piece. You got the KYC. People like think about a new person coming into this app. Okay, so I got to give all my information. They jump in the app. I want to buy gems. I got to buy them on the web app because then I save the 30% for whatever Apple fees. And then I have a Veve Comics app if I want to buy comics. But really, if I want to use crypto, I have to use Stacker World. It's a lot of different things. It's a education for sure that people are going to need. LOL. We got Kobe Collects. Kobe Collects, one of the OGs in the space. here long time. Still doing it, still kicking it, still doing his drop shows for his cards. He's pulling ripping card packs. Him and Jay. If you're not subscribed to Kobe, if you're into Pokemon, if you're into HRO, if you're into any of those physical collectibles, just an overall great dude. Met him in person. Have had some great Italian food with him. We have a nice short on our YouTube channel. You can go check it out from when we met up. And this is part of the whole process why we keep going. We just keep meeting people. Met a bunch of you guys at DCon. Kobe's been around since day one, I think, of the membership. So 26 months and no comics in showroom. Big A agree. Bull run next year though, and Omi could pump. If not, it's still a hold till 2029. Wes with the arbitrary dates. I mean, the hope, right? That's the hope for everybody. Big A by Kryptonian, by West, by Vault, by Biggest Bro. This chat is, I mean, it's all fire. Everybody here is fire. David Hill's been throwing in fire as well. Each time someone trades their Omi for a collectible, it has tax implications. Yeah, that's true too. Fine, I'll make an appearance. Finally, there he is. We got Ronnie Lido in the building, the artist, the community artist, if you guys don't know. Sometimes going on streams, painting live. I think on Discord he's very, very active as well. Yep, very true. We got a great chat crew, and it's been a while. It's been a while. So I got to throw up the Veve market, have a quick check here, and then call it a night, guys. I agree Omi could do well. I'm just saying the original plan of Veve can't function without Omi to current state, where Omi is more like a rewards coin. It's going to hurt how high it will go. When Ronnie Lido drop. Yeah, you got to get on that. I mean, DM David Yu, see if he'll give you a phygital drop. And I think it could be very highly successful. Guys, I'm tired. My voice is going. Make sure you guys go out, get a pen, #blame Rob on whoever will let you write on their hand, or get some chalk, write it on the sidewalk, because today was supposed to be giveaways and he didn't show up. So we got to figure it out tomorrow. But it's been fun. It's been fun reminiscing, seeing some familiar faces. It's been a while since we've done a live stream just like randomly off the cuff like this. I think we got to do more. I think you guys enjoy it. And I think it's been a lot of fun. You got to even know G-Vault out here. Crafting isn't until next week. I got an uncommon in the last 10 gems. And you got to complete the set then. Adios. And give away Rob's stuff. Rob's stuff. That's a name. That's a name. I missed that guy. For sure, it was a kick when they scrapped the land seals using Omi. A lot of things have been scrapped. Great stream. Guys, go support everybody here. All these guys got channels and YouTubes and Twitters and stuff like that. Definitely go check them all out. I'm going to bed. We'll see you guys in the next one. Become a superstar. Don't forget, smash the subscribe button. You can also become a VIP. We'll see you in the next one, guys. I love you.